Morning, friends and fiends. Welcome back to our Final Fantasy IV Ultima stream. I hope that everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Mine was really great. I spent a lot of time with family, and it was just a really nice Christmas this year. I wanted to show off a couple little treasures that I picked up. These came from a thrift store and were a gift from my folks. This one is a Mario shell, and I think it came from a like a chess set because it says pawn on it. So I'm not really sure which set this came from. I'll have to track that down, but it was just loose in a thrift store, and it's just a neat little shelf decoration. Also a metal Marvel org figurine. He's pretty cool. I also wanted to show off a couple of postcards that I've received. I got these from DEI Games, and they are DEI Games is a seller of vintage TTRPG magazines and books and dice and all kinds of cool stuff. So these are a roper and a mimic. These are created by actual, the artists are official Dungeons and Dragons art. But I think they're really, really neat. They're just simple little postcards to send out to whoever. I purchased a couple of magazines through DEI Games, and the website is just deigames.com. Check them out if you're at all interested in vintage gaming magazines or vintage dice or anything like that. Their prices are super reasonable. The customer service is fantastic. Items frequently go on sale. It's definitely worth checking them out. Again, the website for that is deigames.com. They're a fantastic little vendor that I discovered, and I'm just really proud to have connected with them. It's not sponsored in any way. I don't get any kind of kickback for them. I just think they're a great little company. I think that they deserve the shout out. So, how did everybody's Christmas go? We're going to go ahead and hop into our Final Fantasy IV stream. When we last left Cecil and crew, we had just received the airship, which means that we can now explore the world. A couple things have changed in the world. This romhack changes a number of different things. We're gonna pop into Mist Village, which we have not been to since we wrecked the whole place the first time that we came here. Women, kids, highly trained callers, all lost in that unknown fire. This may be the end of the Callers of Mist. Stone Homie, how are you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Stone Homie says, I don't want to see Edward again. Well, we will probably end up seeing Edward again, so you might just have to deal with that. Got a wizard robe, which we can equip on Tella. And it increases his magic power and his magic defense pretty well. I feel like there's another hidden passageway somewhere in here. Trial Fan, hello. Welcome to the chat. Trial Fan says, hi Wobble in chat, had a very good Christmas with family and good food. I heard the soul of an Esper sleeps under Baron. That's interesting. $500 gold per night in Mist, but we don't actually need to use the inn right now, so we're just gonna skip that. The guy that told us there's a soul of an Esper. Okay, so we've got a magic shop, or a weapon shop. We can get a couple of whips, which nobody can use. Chain flail, which currently Cecil is using one, I believe. Dancing knife. Stone Homie says, I'm eating Christmas leftovers right now as we speak. I'm gonna see what the dancing knife does. That was a lot of gold to spend, but we like picking up cool things. Let's see, do we have a Tritalk rod to equip on Tella? Yeah, he's already got one. Okay, so that's good. Did has a wooden hammer. Let's see what the... Did can actually use swords in this mod pack, so that's interesting. Wooden hammer does a lot more damage, though. It said that he could use the dancing knife. There it is. Increases his attack range a lot, or his attack speed a lot, but it doesn't actually do anything. Let's see what abilities it has. Where'd it go? Dancing knife. There it is. Dagger with Dancer Soul. Made of metal. Can be thrown. It's strong against ghosts. Used to cast attack magic. Interesting. Okay, we need to move some folks around. Sid can go... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Form. And we can change our row. Sid up front, or Cecil up front, and put Ella in the back. There we go. Let's check out the other shop. We have Ramu, Shiva, and Ifrit, which I believe we have all three of those. Matt Jennings says, I wonder if it works like the dancing knife in Final Fantasy V. What does the dancing knife do in Final Fantasy V? It's been years and years and years since I've played that one. I don't really remember. Aha, there's another secret passage. Got a bomb arm. Is a door that we can go in and a secret passage, but Stone Homie says, I almost forgot Wobble. Thank you so much for joining our Patreon and Ko-fi. It means a lot to us. Dude, you are so welcome. You guys are doing some really great stuff with Dramaria, and you know, anything I can do to support that, I am down for. Stone Homie says, you use it as an item and it hurts things. So the first part of this stream is not going to be very much story-based. We're just going to kind of explore the world. It's the first time now that we have the airship that we can kind of just explore the world and see some of the different things that we haven't been able to access yet. Hey, human, don't step on us, okay? This is the town of Silveria, which is populated by piggies and tiny people. You want to marry my daughter too? No. I'm the prettiest girl in town. We mine silver, toads refine it, minis process it, and pigs sell it. You always want to check the grass because sometimes there are hidden items. How much ant steak would it take to fill your stomach? Ant steak. There's a lot of these buildings that look like you can enter them, but there's nothing in them. There's nothing you can actually do there. Talk to these three guys. Hey! We'll show you a great dance. It's yet another village dance. Come on, broskies. We're the Silvera Bros. Let's dance. All the little dance sequences are one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy IV. Because they're just quirky little things. Matt Jennings says, when you attack, it uses a random dance move. Stone Homie says, the silver hammer you used to be able to get here is Cid's best weapon until the tower, but you can't use it in the metal cave. Yeah. Matt says, I got the Pixel remasters for my Switch for Christmas. I feel like a playthrough of 4 is needed soon. The only thing I don't like is in the shop menus, you can't see what some of these items do. Grab a wind spear just to check that out. I probably need to pick up one of those marksman bows. No hammers in the shop. We can get silver equipment for Cid, though. But we're just going to equip him with what we have for right now. Matt says, I got them on my PC, played through them when they were released. Yeah, I don't actually have any of the remasters yet. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of them before the Steam sale ends. I got a little bit of cash for Christmas, so I think that's going to be one of my little treats to myself. I'm really interested in the remasters for 2 and 3, because those are games that I haven't played very much. I did play the original NES versions very briefly, but I don't think I've beaten them. Yeah, Stone Homie says it's tough to rely on past knowledge because his ROM hack is so different. That is definitely true. There's a lot of things that have changed in this ROM hack. I think that is everything there is to see in Silveria. Talk to this guy. I don't think we talked to him. You are giants? All right, so we're going to pick up one of those marksman bows. Oh, not enough gold. That's okay. We'll end up fighting something before we end up heading to Troia, which is our next location. Three is fantastic. Loved my first playthrough, Matt says. Stone Homie says 3 and 5 both were relatively new to me, and I enjoyed them thoroughly. Matt says 5 is so dang good. They really nailed the job system in that. Yeah, the job system is definitely one of the better things about 5. It's probably one of the best versions of the job system in the entire franchise, in my opinion. Okay, so here is Acidia. See if there's anything nearby. There's an island down here with, looks like a mountain. Check that out. If we can find a spot to park. I don't think we can. So we may have to come back later on when we get the hook. You get a hook that lets you pick up the lets you pick up the, what you call it, hovercraft later on. There's a cave. The only thing I'm worried about with like kind of exploring some of these areas is running into a area that is way overpowered for what we have. This looks like there's probably going to be like a boss fight or something. Yeah, a green dragon. We're going to probably get wrecked. But I just saved, so maybe we'll be okay. Yeah, we're gonna die. Oh, Sid has a tools ability. That's cool. Okay, let's see what this does. Beam. If he doesn't die. Yeah, he's gonna die before he gets to use it. This thing probably has, like, tons of health, so there's probably no way we can beat him. Yeah, this is the end here. So this is one of the additional bosses that have been added to the game, and we're definitely going to have to come back at a later date. This is our first death that we've had in this ROM hack. Okay, so good to know. There is a green dragon south of Baron, and he will absolutely wreck us if we try to fight him right now. Okay, we can go into this cave if we... Let's see, where do we leave? There it is. Okay, if we park down here... Does Tella have shell? Let's see. He does have wall, which reflects, and he does have shell. Okay, so he does have both of those. If we can get them off in time, they might help us against the dragon. But I think I'm still going to wait until a later date to try that. Okay, so we're going to take our hovercraft and run all the way down here. They've added some new shoals that let you get to newer areas of the map as well. Drew, welcome on. How you doing? How was your Christmas, Drew? There's Silveria. You get around here? We may not be able to get to this cave. I was thinking we could get to this cave from here, but I don't think we can, because of the way the mountains are. That's sort of a tease right there. The problem is I'm not sure if I can get off enough of the buff spells on that green dragon before he kills me. We may try to do that again after we complete the Troia section, just because we'll have leveled up a little bit more at that point. Okay. Let's see. Matt Jennings says maybe it's possible to fight him there. Haste would help a ton, yeah. Matt says, yeah, eventually all fights begin the same. Haste protects Shell to begin with. Could be different in this mod, of course. Yeah, that's a good point, Stone Homie. Okay, so we can't get to that cave like I thought we could. All right, you know what? We'll give it another shot. We'll see if we can pull off see if we can pull off this. If we can get off a couple more of the different protection spells. Cover Tella. Yeah, see? Tella's already dead. You can blow yourself up with Sid, though. That's good to know. Thanks for stopping in, Matt. Drew says, Christmas was good, lots of family time, some new games, and books like Freaky Traps. Deadly Traps, but I guess Freaky too. You guys make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, please. All right, let's very quickly, I'm gonna cast Wall on Tella, which should protect him from magic, which doesn't reflect the thunder, but it does protect him from it, so that's good. All right, so we can start reviving some folks. Which is not going to go very well. Oh, and Wall only works once. Good to know. Probably should have started with Shell. Yeah, I just don't think I have enough hit points at this point to survive this stuff long enough to get off the different buff spells that I need. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a come back later kind of situation. Oh well. I think that is the majority of everything that we can do. There is Eblin Castle right there, but I know even in the base game, that is not really a smart idea to try to go to Eblin Castle. Let's see, we can go check out near Fabule. There were a couple of things that we couldn't access before, but I don't think we can get to them yet because we still need the hook for that. Yeah, see, it's not going to let us land right there. All right, so there's not as much to explore as I thought there might be. So we'll head north and see what is up here near Troia. If there's any changes to the map in this area. Stone Homie says, does Chocobo fly over mountains? Not in this game. The Chocobos can't fly. We are just about to start the Troia arc. We have just defeated Cagnazzo. They have definitely changed the landing point. We just defeated Cagnazzo and got the airship for the first time. So that is where we are at the moment. Are there black ones in Final Fantasy IV? I didn't think there were. Let's try a couple more of these things. Let's see. I still wanted to try beam. We didn't get that one off. That was lackluster. Don't Homie says there used to be a black Chocobo in the cocoa forest to the north of here. Okay, that's cool. We'll head up that way and check it out. Hi, Heathen. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Treants can turn you into a pig. That sucks. And curse you. Oh, you use it to get to the metal cave. That's right. I forgot about that. You're right. You do have to do that. Let's go ahead and heal Tella. I wonder if Sid is going to end up being one of those characters that is best to just keep in the back row anyway, because if he works a little bit like Edgar in Final Fantasy VI, you're using his... Oops, I should have healed Yang. You're using his tools all the time instead of actually fighting. Let's try Blaster. See what that does. Not sure what that did. Ethan says, doing pretty well today. Thank you. How's everyone doing? I am doing great. We have, unfortunately, kind of a foggy morning today. We've got some storms coming in later on. Not terribly wild about that. See what stone gun that entangles. Stone Homie says Sid was kind of lame in the OG game. Giving him tools is awesome. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's a perfect fit. It really makes a lot of sense to give him additional abilities. And it looks like he's going to have a lot of crowd control type stuff, so I'm pretty pleased about that. Ethan said, we had severe storms here on Thursday with a blanket of fog yesterday morning. Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing here. Let's try Blast, which is different than Blaster. That's cool. Blows them up. Does a pretty good amount of damage. Lax Lifters. You can imagine the musicians just vibing when they made this banger music. Yes, welcome to the chat, Lax Lifters. The music in Final Fantasy IV is some of my favorite in the entire franchise. Okay, so we have to go through a bunch of bridges to make it all the way to Castle. Preemptive strike. I'll go ahead and take out the cat. And works on everybody, so let's see what that does. Stone Homie says you should really benefit from it in the metal caves. Yeah, I agree. It feels like with the options that they provided, the metal cave should theoretically be easier in this ROM hack. I don't know, man. You know, they've changed so much, so take out the Hydra. Oh, that was quick. Let's see what Slap does. See, that's the problem. There's no messages for a lot of the for a lot of the tools. So it's kind of difficult to tell what they do. I'll have to look. There may be a README or something that says what the different tools do. It looks like so far Blast is probably the most effective. Oh. Yeah, see, there's not a way to check out people's abilities. Go ahead and use a tent. Stone Homie says the ogres in the OG cave were no joke, so I'm excited. Yeah, they were. They would just absolutely wreck you. Laxlifter said it was crazy to see in the remaster how much open to customization they left it. Like you can even change the XP multipliers. Okay, so we need to go. Stone Homie says when you bring up the tools menu, it has icons alongside them. They must mean something. A lot of guys here. Okay, so slap curses if it does the same thing as the monster ability. I don't know if it does, but it's worth looking at. That did a ton of damage. Orb. That's cool. Like a heal ability for Sid. I really like the way they handle petrification in Final Fantasy IV, where it's progressive. You actually have to be petrified a couple of times before you completely turn to stone. Morning, Stone Home Games. How are you doing? See what powder does. See, when they don't have any indication like that, I don't know if they're just not working. Very odd. You know, a lot of the creatures have protections against certain thing. There doesn't seem to be a way to get up there. Maybe there's a different place we have to land. Scope it out a little bit. Aha. No. Can't land there. Can't land in the desert. You used to be able to land like right next to the castle, but they've changed that now. If we can land up here somewhere. We can land here, but I don't think we can get yeah, we can't get anywhere from here. Yeah, this is the I remember now, this is the Chocobo forest right here. Stone Homie says Sid's beam does 10% of the enemy's HP and damage. Okay, so it's kind of like a gravity effect, although not a very effective one. Okay, so I need to get across the... Ah, there's a Chocobo forest down here. Okay, I got it. bet that's where we gotta go. It looks like there's a Chocobo forest down this way. I bet that would be effective if it works on bosses, which it should, theoretically. If it works on bosses, that should be effective. Blast is probably going to heal these guys, because I think it's fire. Yep. Let's hit them with Ice 2. Stone Homie says, waking up with the coffee. I'm still waking up. I have my proper Final Fantasy coffee cup for the day. All right, so tell me in the chat what you got for Christmas. I want to hear everybody's Christmas haul. Exhaust. Troia. Stone Home Games says, Flesh and Blood cards and a crisp $100 from my birth mother. All right, here we go. Go ahead and take the opportunity to heal while we're here. Be a lot faster if I was using Cure 3. All right, that's everybody. Let's see if there's anything in the grass. Is Whisker. Giddy up, Chocobo. Heathen says, I got a mead making kit, Tears of the Kingdom, collection of mana, a Scarface shirt, and a pair of Zelda sleep pants. Mead making kit is very interesting. Okay, so that's how we get to Troia. Stone Homie says, I got clothes, a new mouse, and webcam. Trial Fan says, custom mug with photos of my cats, and spinner luggage. City of Troia. Welcome to Troia, City of Nature. About the armor shop. So, for those who have never played Final Fantasy IV, this is not really a spoiler because they're going to tell us about it in just a minute anyway. But the next dungeon that we're going into has a really curious effect where if you are wearing any equipment that is made out of metal, it paralyzes you, which is really troublesome for most of our characters like Cecil and Sid. Let's see if the gold ring is something we need to worry about. It is made of metal, which is weird because gold is not technically gold is not magnetic, but it still treats it as if it is. Oh, interesting. The Flandango is not made of metal. We can equip Cecil with Flandango, which is going to tank his attack damage, but you know, it is what it is. Ethan says, I'm excited to try it out, but I have a couple of weeks of reading to do before I even pick which kind of flavored honey to start with. Making good mead is apparently a precise science. Yeah, I figure it would be. Not sure says silver isn't magnetic either. Yeah, that's true. Grab some stuff out of our storage because we already have a whole bunch of leather equipment. I don't like that I have to unequip stuff to tell if it's made out of metal, though. It's a little frustrating. I don't think the wizard robe and the hat are metal, though. Yeah, can equip that back on. Not sure says they should have said it increased gravity. That would have made more sense. Yeah, it would have. But you know, it is what it is. Make sure the Tritok rod is not made of metal. So far, the Tritok rod is one of our most effective. It is not made of metal, so that's good. That means Tella is going to be pretty much completely unaffected. Okay. Grab our items and sort our inventory so that hopefully we're not taking up quite as much space. That didn't help us any. Check out the armor shop. We could save up a whole bunch of money and go grab that marksman bow to make this a lot easier, but I don't know. I don't feel like doing all that. Stonehomie says, in Minnesota, there's a place called Paul Bunyan State Park, and at the park is its very own magnetic cave. It's just built to tilt you one way or another, but it feels magnetic when you're in it. That's cool. Want to see a good show? I'll trade you the pass for something good. I don't know what we're supposed to trade you for a pass. Wait on that for now. Love it here. Got pass? I do remember that there was something that you had to collect to be able to trade for the pass. Never going back home. The forest here is vast. I wonder what's hidden deep within the woods. Y'all come back now again. Not sure, says I usually run from most of the fights in that cave, to be honest. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Got GP? This part of the club is for the upper crust. I want a mink coat. Anything for you. More food coming. That's when I dealt a harsh blow to the imp. Keeps telling the same boring story. Blast that geezer. He's got my sweet margarita. I like how the inn is basically it's not an inn, it's a bar. Basically a brothel. Got the item shop. Pretty good on tents, so I don't feel like we need to grab any of that right now. Huh? Get your own spot. Care for a dip? Can't swim with armor on, it'll rust. Okay, somewhere in here there is a chest. I think. Could be wrong. Hottest buzz is about twin harps, a pair that can transmit sound to another. Received a decoy and a mid potion. Not sure says, I love how they wrote a perv NPC into the game. Like the original text for Final Fantasy IV, there were quite a few pervy scenes in it. Thanks to our rich soil, we have lots of fresh carrots for our birdie pals. All those chocobos, cocoa breeding. Black Chocobo Farm. Discovery, the Black Chocobos, Troia Tribune. They're so cute, but a bit stinky. I want to fly on a black chocobo, but Mom says these ones can't anymore. The wild ones out in Chocobo Village to the north can fly. Work! Black chocobos land in woods. Stuck. There we go. Mind, I'm tanning. Yeah, I think that's everywhere. I don't think we've been to the inn yet. I like to work it, work it. All right, we'll head to the castle. Stone Homie's just gonna have to deal with it. Welcome to Troia Castle. Please feel at home. The 8 clerics know about the crystal. 8 clerics govern the country. A man from Damsian was found on the beach. It says he's a prince. Troia's never known war, but I'm confident we can defend ourselves. Granny, I'm the Chancellor. The clerics are inside. Baron's up to something. Troia is ruled by women. Our troops are all ladies. Me, of course. Stone Homie says, for one of the best songs in the game I can manage. This used to be a dungeon, but now it's the cleric's treasury. You have the cleric's permission? Yes, that's a lie. Honesty is noble. Bacchus. Dr. Vought plays my all-time favorite game. Welcome in, Dr. Vought. We are actually playing a ROM hack of Final Fantasy IV. We are playing the Ultima ROM hack, which changed things up just a little bit. Adds a lot of new weapons, a bunch of new monsters and bosses. Does a lot of interesting things. But it keeps the story intact. So for the most part, the storyline of the game is pretty much the same. There is a different fan translation, I believe. Please keep quiet. We have a patient here. Edward! Cecil, you're alive. Let me join you. What can you do in your condition? You need to rest. Sage, Tella. Sorry. It's my fault you lost Anna. Prince Edward, think only of your health for now. Yang, so you too survived Leviathan's attack. And Rydia? And I can't do anything to help. Don't worry, me and the Enterprise will take your share. I've heard you took good care of Cecil and Rosa. Now it's my turn. You must be the chief engineer, Sid. Then you have an airship? Cecil, where's Rosa? Golbez said he'd exchange her for Troia's Earth Crystal, but the Dark Elf has it captive. We're not supposed to know that yet, so that's a little bit of a weird bitch. Dark Elf. Here. What is it? Call it my substitute. Receive twin harp. Cecil, save Rosa. Prince Edward shouldn't move around. Huh? No, I'm the nurse. She's the doctor. He can't get out of bed till he's well. Don't worry, he's in good hands. Yeah, it also has unique abilities for some of the characters, especially the characters that are kind of underutilized. Like Sid has a tools ability that's very similar to what Edward had, or Edgar, in Final Fantasy VI. I'm no dancer, I'm a guard. This isn't a leotard, it's a combat uniform. The 8 clerics are all sisters. They serve the Earth Crystal. I like this place better than anywhere else. We, the 8 clerics, rule this country. We used to have the blessing of the Earth Crystal, but not now. If you reclaim the crystal, you can borrow it for the right reasons. If you get back the crystal, bring it to us. We'll lend it to you. The Dark Elf is weak to metallic weapons, so he has girded his cave with a magnetic field. The land will turn to desert without the crystal. The Dark Elf is in a cave to the northeast. Metallic weapons become impossibly heavy in Magnes' cave. Your gear will be no exception. The Dark Elf took the Earth Crystal. We must get it back, but how? All right, so we need to head north. Always love the Chocobo song. Cass! Hi, Cass! Okay, the rest of the world doesn't need to know I'm home and online yet, but you realize that my stream is public to the internet, right? Wait a minute, that's not a Chocobo. Watch out! Uh-oh. The fight. Did not expect this. We're gonna try that beam ability on the big guy, because you said it does 10% of his damage. Cass says, yeah, well, if they're not cool enough to be here, they're not cool enough to know I'm around. How was your Christmas, Cass? Yeah, that dealt a ton of damage. So we're going to keep doing that. Let's go ahead and cast Protect on everybody. That would be smart. Cass says, also 20 people watching right now. You're getting popular. Remember me at 100K. Do I really have 20 viewers right now? Holy crap. Keep using Cecil to take out the guys down here. Let's use Fire 3 and see what that does. See, if I'd known there was going to be a boss fight here, I wouldn't have changed up Cecil's equipment already. That kind of sucks. Alright, took out the cockatrices. Focus. At least he only does petrify once at a time. Yes, 20 people do need to like and sub and share. I appreciate that a lot. Dr. Vought, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that a lot. Yes, for today it's Minecraft and watching you. Yes, everyone, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. We buy him a real robot suit at 1 million subs. This guy's got a lot of health. Eyes are watering today. Oh, let's use virus on him. Ella is almost turned to stone. And completely turned to stone now. So let's try Abilify. Oh, that took it out. Cool. That was a cool fight. Was not expecting that one. The vulture must have been preying on these poor Chocobos. Go ahead and heal up. There's probably a white Chocobo in here somewhere. Cass says, Wobbs, I see that cat tree behind you. Can we get kitty cam at next opportunity? I've actually been kind of meaning to set one up, but my cat has been a little bit camera shy lately. The first couple streams that I did, she would hop up on the cat tree behind me, and lately she's not been. So I'm not really sure where she is right now. She was in here just a minute ago. If somebody wants to be a super rich benefactor and drop a whole bunch of money into my Ko-fi, I'll buy one of those weird little GoPro things, stick on her collar. She doesn't wear a collar normally, but there's a cat that I follow online. Oh, that's not where I need to go. There's a cat that I follow online that his owner has a collar cam, and so he runs around his neighborhood and visits other cats and stuff. Come here, you. Fly, Black Chocobo. This is the second best Chocobo song in the game. You'll have a mystery forest. We're gonna quickly come back out here and save before we explore that. Sand hags in the forest? What? Yeah, hold on, Stone Homie. I will see if it goes over a mountain. I don't think it does, though. Get those poses. I actually do have a extra webcam that I could use for a cat cam. It's just a matter of catching her in the right location. All right, let's find a mountain. Oh, it does fly over the mountains. Okay. So we need to go to Fabule. Okay, it goes over some of the mountains. Is this the cave? Which one is this? Can't park on that one. And there's Silvera. Can't get to that one. I think they've probably taken that into consideration, Stone Homie. Coco can only land in forest, yeah. Cass says, this needs a hard style beat behind it. I'm jamming. All right, here we go. Let's see. Ah, there is a forest here. Okay. See how terrible this is going to be. Let's see. Cass says they've never played a Final Fantasy game ever and only know anything about this series through friend Osmosis. You really, yeah, you should pick them up. These early ones especially are some of my favorites. Let's see how terrible this is going to be. Cass just subscribed. Thank you, Cass. Let's see how the ogres are. I really need to equip Cecil if we're not going into the magnetic cave yet. Cass says, I'm currently making my way back through Game Boy Color Legend of Zelda games. I'm on Oracle of Ages, but might finally do so after this linked run. I don't think I ever played Oracle of Ages. Rancor Rips says pancakes. Pancakes sound good. I would love to have some pancakes right now. I had a cheese string and some grapes for breakfast. Okay, that wasn't terrible. All right, if we're gonna explore this place, I'm gonna re-equip Cecil so that we're not tanking terribly. See about the wind spear. Doesn't do a ton of damage. Chain flail seems like our best option. Go back with the ice shield, silver helmet, knight armor, and gold ring, because we do need more gold. Magic. I'll keep Cecil from dying quite so easily. Hey, Milk Pork. Which is a very visceral name. Hope you know. Every time I see it, I feel the urge to cringe just slightly, but also appreciation that I'm seeing you pop up on my feed because I enjoy the stuff that you post. So if that was your intention, you did a great job with it. Cass says, oh, Seasons and Ages were my car ride games as a little one. Seriously formative for me. I've been getting emotional playing back to them. I almost expected the street's lights passing overhead. I love that. That is like one of my favorite things about the handheld games that I had as a kid, is thinking about the road trips and stuff that I played them on. I spent so many hours in Link's Awakening. That's cool. And the Felix the Cat game for Game Boy, I played that one a lot too. TNT. So these guys are a lot tougher. Gravity spell. So Abilify does not work. Stop. Yeah, these guys are tough. Rancor says, gotta go run some errands, but wanted to say hi, have fun on the stream. Thanks for popping in, Rancor. I appreciate it. Got a time egg, which we do not have room for, so we gotta exchange it for something. We're gonna ditch this leather glove. We have several of them, I think. Yeah, we've got several leather gloves. The time egg do. There you go. Up here. Time egg, remove stop. That would have been nice. Okay, so that fight against the sorcerer and the dolls is pretty tough right now, because they kind of wrecked my HP. Stonehome Games says it comes from a time chicken. Stonehome says it sounds delicious. Whole new meaning, second breakfast. I'm gonna dip out of here. I'm gonna probably sound like a coward, but I just feel like the fights in this place are gonna be more than what I can handle right now. So let's head back to Troia. Is obviously where we're supposed to be right now. The only thing I hate about flying with the Black Chocobo is you can't easily tell where in the world you are. Know what I am going to do? I think we have enough for it now. I'm going to run to Silveria and grab one of those marksman bows. Cass says, as is one of my favorite sayings, the difference between bravery and stupidity is results. Sometimes best to regroup and not test it. I agree. Stonehomie says, my kingdom for a mini-map. Okay, marksman bow. Hopefully we can afford now. Your bag is full. I guess we need to dump some stuff into storage. Let's put the buckler into storage. I don't want to use the wooden bow if I can help it. Hopefully the marksman bow is not made of metal. See what it does as far as damage. If it does more than the Flandango, we'll end up using it. 30 Medusa arrows. It does do more than the Flandango, so we'll stick with that. Okay, so we need to change up the equipment. Drop our gold ring. Stonehomie says, we're already 82 minutes into the stream today. Time is flying by. Yeah, it has been a pretty good stream so far. Okay, what do we need to change up on Yang? I don't think we need to change up anything, really. Let's check the ruby ring and make sure it's safe to use. I think it is. Yeah. Ruby ring is safe to use. And Sid, be good, so let's go ahead and give him the other ruby ring. And he's got his wooden hammer, so change up our form, put Cecil in the back row since he's using a bow. And we should be good to go for the magnetic cave. I always like the airship song too. Music for the airship is always a fun one for this game. I was really hoping that our Chocobo hadn't flown away. The only problem with Sid is he doesn't have a lot of elemental abilities. Cass says, Ayo, hold up. Helicopter airships? That's a world-building choice. I don't dislike it, but I think it's pretty cool and unique. Yeah, I like it. You know, most of the other Final Fantasy games end up using the Zeppelin style of airship. But I like that they went with the helicopter style. That's true. They did have the helicopter design in the first game as well. Ouch, that petrify hits everybody. And gained a level. Let's see, Abilify on Tella. All right, let's do this. We'll use a tent before we go into the actual cave. So this will be our last stream before the new year. Tell me your New Year's resolutions if you have any. That's something that you guys stick to? Any goals and plans for the upcoming 2025? Other than survive the crazy world that we live in at the moment. Probably gonna get into another fight before we hit the cave. Nope, I guess not. All right, so we will use the tent. I've got a handful of goals for the upcoming year. One of the things that I'm really going to try to do is just keep pushing with the blog, and I want to hit 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel. One of the things I need to do for that is to start putting out content on the YouTube channel that's not just the weekend streams. I'm thinking about maybe adding in like a Wednesday daytime stream. Other than Sunday nights, the evening streams are a little bit harder for me to do. So doing them on daytime is a little bit easier. I don't know how well the viewership will be at daytime on a Wednesday, but it might be a little bit more. Stone Homie says they had that design. No, that's the wrong one. Stone Homie says by the end of next year, I'll be holding a physical copy of our work one way or another. That is awesome. I love physical copies of tabletop role-playing game stuff. Oh, and here's the magnetic field. Looks like metallic skiers out of the question. My claws seem okay. Never fear, we're unstoppable with my magic. Ethan says, spend less money and exercise more. Those are my main resolutions. Cass says, my goal is to have myself fully medically stable by the end of next year. I finally got insurance, but I'm scared of doctors. I'm going to push through and get taken care of. Yes, definitely take care of yourself. But I just realized that Tella is level 65. Oh, there's a chest up there. Stone Homie says, have you considered partner streams like teaming up with Vulpes or something? It's something I thought about. Vulpes and I don't really play the same games. I have played Hades, and that's one that Vulpes has been doing a lot lately. But Hades is not multiplayer. I would like to do a Minecraft stream at some point, just because I enjoy Minecraft. I know it's a very, very oversaturated market as far as video game streaming goes, but it is one that I like a lot, so. Cass says, on a more active self goal, I want my hydroponic vegetable garden to be thriving by then too. That's really cool. Hydroponic gardening is a really interesting topic. Yang's fire claws actually can cast fire too occasionally. That's cool. Seems like a very low rate though. Stonehomie says, not all the time, just now and then. Seems like it could be helpful for everyone. Looks like Sid actually does more damage with his hammer for the most part, so I think the tools are kind of iffy. You know, as long as you've got the right one, they're really great on bosses with the beam ability. And that's going to be super fantastic. Stonehomie says, he and Magpie both have been toying with Marvel Rivals, if you have an interest in that. I really don't. Marvel Rivals is... It looks like a really fun game. I'm not a big fan of team shooters like that. I've never been great at them, and I always end up feeling like I'm pulling the whole team behind. Cass says, TTRPG community plays Nuclear Nightmare when? What is Nuclear Nightmare? I'm not familiar with that one. Is it a video game? Stonehomie, you guys have been playing a lot of Minecraft, haven't you? Hey, these guys look really familiar. They're totally not taken from a Dungeons and Dragons IP. Mages actually come from the very first Final Fantasy, where mages and wizards were very obviously Mind Flayer ripoffs, but Cass says, new flavor of the month horror video. It is, you know, The Thing. I do know The Thing. Really great movie that everyone should watch. Stonehomie says, yeah, we hope to launch a Patreon server for Minecraft sometime next year. That would be really cool. I would definitely hop onto a server with you guys and have a lot of fun with that. Stop vampiring me. I know you're only getting like 21 points at a time, but still, it's obnoxious. Yeah, picking up the marksman bow was a good choice, because normally at this point, Cecil really sucks. Because he can equip bows, but he usually does so little damage that it's not worth it. Cass says, in Nuclear Nightmare, you're at an Antarctic research base and you have to do research tasks while monsters run about and try to stop you. Very intense, super fun. My buddies and I were having an amazing time with it the other night. That sounds cool. I don't play a whole lot of the horror games. I'm kind of iffy about them because sometimes they have strobing effects and that can be a problem for me. But if it turns out it's a game that I could play, that would be something that I would be interested in, because it does sound like a really cool premise. Cass says, neither do I. I'm such a scaredy cat. However, as you say that, yeah, I do think that might be a problem. I'll see if they have accessibility options. Yeah, that would be super helpful. Accessibility options are usually the thing that makes or break a game for me. It really just depends on the title itself. Cass says, hell, I'll email the devs because if they don't I'll email the devs if they don't, because the only stroby parts I remember could very easily be negated. That's the great thing about indie games. A lot of times you can contact the devs themselves, and they're usually pretty interested in adding accessibility features if you bring it to their attention. Stone Homie says, not even $3 on Steam. That's a bargain. I'll take a look at it. Somebody shoot me a link to that on Blue Sky so I can remember it after the stream is over, and I'll probably pick it up. Just drop it in my DMs or send me a link to it, public, whichever. You know, the thing about even strobing effects, it really depends. With epilepsy, particularly photosensitive epilepsy, there's I don't want to call it a sweet spot because it's not really sweet, but that was cool, turned him to stone. But there's a window where if the strobing is at a faster frequency or a slower frequency, it's not going to affect me. But if it's right in that window of things that affect my epilepsy, then it's usually a problem. I mean, most of the time my medication keeps me from having any problems with that, but sometimes it affects things. Cass says, the ones I remember are very red klaxon, if you know what I mean. That's actually a better thing for me because typically it's blue flashes that tend to affect me more. I can actually handle red a little bit easier. Blue and white seem to be the ones that really get me the most. Alright, we should heal up before start screwing things over too much. Let's use items because I don't want to waste a whole bunch of Tella's magic at this point. Or mid potions. That was a waste. I shouldn't have used that one on Tella. That's okay though. Oh, there's a door here, which I think leads to a treasure room. See, the last couple times that I played Final Fantasy IV, it was the 3D remake. And so the effects, you know, the layout of things are a little bit different in 3D remake. I haven't played the Super Nintendo version in several years. I like the 3D remake because it was on my DS and I could play it anywhere I wanted to. Cass says, yeah, the red is the worst for its strobing. It's mostly darkness, snow blindness in this as opposed to rapid flashing of any sort. I could probably handle that okay. I just have to take a look at it. Do you know if they have a playable demo? I'm showing 22 viewers at the moment, which is the most that my streams have ever had. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are somebody that I haven't chatted with and you're comfortable popping into the chat, I would love to hear from you. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button as well. Stone Homie is your Steam pick, the one with the sloths. If you want to add me on Steam, my username is the same as it is everywhere else, so just Wobble Rocket. We launch Wob into space at 1 million subs. I would love to go to space. Would probably be terrible for me, but I'm okay with that. I'm changing what we do at 1 million for every plug. At 1 million, we bring the far realm to wobbles. You know, what's a couple of Eldritch monstrosities among friends? Oh, let's see. We need to heal. Health is looking okay. Cass says, okay, you should have ads from Kayla. Ha, it's a tent. Or location for a tent. Ethan says, I just added you on Steam. My username is the same as here on YouTube. Awesome. My favorite thing about getting new friends on Steam is I'm going to go check out all of your wish lists, and I'm going to judge you based on the things that you have added to your wish list. It's okay, you can do the same to mine. Alright, so we have saved the game. We are very close to the Dark Elf. Yeah, the changes to the game have actually made the Magnes cave quite a bit easier. I used to always get wrecked in this place before. But Sid does a lot more damage. Being able to pick up the marksman. Being able to pick up the marksman bow has really helped. And of course the Tritok staff is just doing a whole ton of damage. Stone Homie says, it's all RPGs and Metroidvanias. I'm okay with that. I love those genres. Maybe one day I'll play Castlevania games on here. Back when I was doing static videos, or you know, just playing videos that weren't streams, I was doing a Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest run through. I should pick that up, but you know, at this point I'd probably just start over again. Let's see, what can we trade out? Let's trade out the healing staff, because honestly we don't use it and it doesn't do enough healing to actually be worth anything at this point. Let's check out the Zeus gauntlets that we just got. Are they made of metal? They're not made of metal, and we can equip them on Cecil, so that's cool. Wow, that is a big increase. Increases our attack speed, or not attack speed, our attack damage and our defense by quite a bit. Heathen says, welp, I gotta run. We just got a tornado warning. Please be safe, Heathen. Thank you for watching. It's the Vamp Girl, who just got wrecked by Yang. She must have been weak against one of his claws. 4,000 damage. Holy crap. Hey, Stone Homie, what's your favorite Metroidvania? Stone Homie says, wait, Heathen, there are like 100 Heathens on Steam. I'll hook you up later, Stone Homie. Okay, let's go ahead and save now that we picked up that Zeus Gauntlet, because I don't want to lose that thing if we end up dying horribly later on. Symphony of the Night is possibly the best answer you could have given, so I will forgive all of your transgressions against Edward for that fantastic answer. I need to make sure that oh, I didn't mean to parry. I was going to use Tritok Rod. You know, they keep putting out all of these remasters and re-releases and all that kind of stuff of so many games these days. If there is one game that I want a remaster of, it is Symphony of the Night. I would sell Stone Homie's kidney for a remaster of Symphony of the Night. Not my own, of course, that would be silly. Gaia Rod, which is yet another thing that we need to replace something with. Crap. Okay. You know, let's replace the decoy. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and dump some stuff into storage. What does the Gaia Rod do? Stone Homie says, I'll let you. I don't need both anyway. Gaia Rod, earth-powered hammer. Oh, it's not a rod, it's a hammer. And it is an upgrade for Sid, so we do need to equip that. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna dump some stuff into storage. Go ahead and drop that. I'm gonna drop the Fandango and the Blood Sword. Go ahead and drop the Change Rod, because not many things are affected by it anymore. That should be okay. Item, and let's sort. Stonehome Games says, I grew up playing Metroid 2 Return of Samus for Game Boy. I had no idea there were other games like it for a long time. The game was a masterpiece for the system it was on. Stonehome says, that's the hammer you normally get in the Tower of Zot. I never played the Metroid on Game Boy. Go ahead and heal up, because I think we're very close to the fight. Of course, we run into a fight before we get there. A whole bunch of ogres. Ogres. I did play, Castlevania, whichever one it was that was on the Game Boy, where you played as Christopher Belmont. I don't know that I actually played the NES Metroid all that often. I played it a couple of times, but I mostly played Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. Stonehomie says, I badly want to play Metroid Dread because it looks fantastic, but I don't own a Switch. I haven't played any of the Metroid games since they released for Metroid, so that's a series that I haven't kept up with. I think, was it the DS or the Game Boy Advance that had a couple of them? Received a Kaiser Claw. But that one does. Claw imbued with holy. Yeah. I like the idea that you can throw the claws. You know, it's kind of one of those things that doesn't seem like it would be very aerodynamic. Stonehome Games says, I've still never played the first Metroid. That is now on my list for next year. You know, these days everyone knows that Samus is a girl. But back in the day, that was one of those secrets that you didn't realize until you actually beat the game. And people were kind of nuts about it. Because at the very end of the game, Samus takes off her power suit and you get to see her hair and everything and realize that the character you've been playing the whole time is female. And that was at a time where there weren't very many games that had female protagonists. Stonehomie says if you wanted to play it, you should have added it to the article. Stonehome says, I didn't know I wanted to play it until now. I'm running out of mid potions. This is kind of the point where you start realizing that Tella really struggles in the HP department. Like, sure, he's level 65 and he has some really powerful spells, but his hit points don't increase hardly at all. Turn the ogre to stone, that's nice. I need to check and see how many arrows that Cecil still has. He only had 30 of the Medusa arrows. Check and see how many we've got left. Yeah, we only have two Medusa arrows left. That's one of the unusual things about Final Fantasy IV. It is one of the few Final Fantasy games where you have a limited number of arrows, which kind of makes sense, but most other ranged weapons in the franchise, you don't have to worry about ammo or anything. So we're going to go ahead and equip Cecil with a different arrow. I guess we'll go with Holy. And now it is time to fight the Dark Elf. You cannot go any further. You cannot use metallic weapons. You cannot defeat me. I am invincible. You're wrong. Say goodbye. Basically, at this point, you're just supposed to fail horribly, so... I don't think it's a winnable fight by any means. Although we do a lot more damage than we used to, so... I don't know, maybe. Time to die! Oh yeah, I do remember that, because he just blasts you with a whole bunch of magic. Then uses tornado on you. Yang. We can't. Good heavens. If I could use my sword. Love this scene. They're in danger. Stay in bed. You're in no condition to move around. I just need to get to my harp. Please, listen to the doctor. No, I must save them. Stone, he says, Edward can't even get out of bed, right? And you're so mean to Edward. The twin harp began playing on its own, synchronized with Edward's heart. This melody is Edward. What is that nasty sound? Ah! Draw your sword. The dark elf can't control the magnetic field while I'm playing. Let's do this. First time I ever played this game, even though it told me to draw my sword, I totally screwed up and just went right against the dark elf with the same gear that I was wearing. Chain flail? Yeah, chain flail. Grab the ice. And knight armor. Warm. Cecil back into the front row. All right, we are fully healed. Sonomi says, I say a lot of mean things about Edward, but he can harp like no one's business. Do near as much damage now that Edward is screwing up all of his stuff. Let's hit him with beam. He's a boss. Iris doesn't do crap. 4,000 damage. 6,000 from Yang. Poor Cecil doing like 360. Tornado's still a heck of a lot of damage. What does Whisper do? Arg. Oh. Turned into the Dark Dragon. Yang just does so much damage against this guy. He must be weak against Holy. Which means we're going to... Oh, he doesn't have Holy. Really? Or wait, is Holy a black spell? Huh, I guess he doesn't have Holy. Oh well. Let's do Shell on everybody. Need to heal Cecil as well. Tonomi says Cass has the smallest wish list on Steam I've ever seen. There's not a whole lot to this fight. It seems like it's mostly just hitting him with beam and letting Yang do most of the damage. There we go. Took him out. Curse that music! The Earth Crystal was supposed to grant me eternal life. How do we turn into Tella? Received Earth. Use an exit door here. Stonehomie says, I'm that guy that leaves games on his backlog for ages before finally getting to them. Yeah, I'm the same way. I picked up a bunch of games during the Steam summer sale and haven't done anything with most of them. We really should save. That would be a smart thing to do. Stonehomie says, I should pick up the Grandia remasters. Those games have a top-tier soundtrack. I've never played the Grandia games. Was Edward on this side? Left. Yeah. You did it. Yes, thanks to you. Where'd you learn that tune? When I wandered as a bard, I heard it could harm evil fairies. You saved us all, Prince Edward. No, I didn't. Edward! Sage Tella, Anna was lucky to be loved by a man like you. I will avenge her with Medio, both of us. Thank you. You've become brave, Edward. Anna, I think I understood what you were trying to tell me. Pretty sure they added a little bit to that scene because it's sort of implied that Edward almost dies here. But then you find out that he's just asleep. That's it. You retrieved the Earth Crystal. So you have the crystal, Cecil. Kane, go outside and board your airship. I'll take you to where Rosa is. The heck? Please use the treasure in the basement. Be careful with the crystal. As promised, you may borrow the Earth Crystal. What was that? We're only lending you the crystal. The crystals raise the power of their bearer. If he's evil, the crystal will still submit to him. What in the world is happening? I still like this lady. The heck? Now we can go back here and have permission to enter. Have the cleric's permission? Yes. Okay, go on in. Whole bunch of treasure. Firebomb, Holy, Ice Blast, Lit Bolt, Lunar Gem, Wind Slash, and Silver Seed. I do want the Silver Seed because it increases our hit points. We'll replace it with the Ice Claw because we can easily buy another one if we need it. Silver Seed increases our hit points. But that might be the thing that we need for the pass. I think I remember reading that in the tavern. But we'll hang on to it for just a second. They are a rare drop from creatures, so. Cass owns twice the amount of games I do. No wonder their wish list is so small. I have so many games I've never played because I pick them up on bundles and things like that. So there's so many of them. All right, we will go back to our airship. Oh, I meant to go by the town. Hate when you get ambushed. Gaia Hammer does pretty good damage. All right, you know what? We are at 2 hours, which is usually the extent of my stream time. So we are going to go ahead and stop the stream here. We didn't do a whole lot story-wise. We did get through the Magnes cave and defeat the Dark Elf. Hopefully next session we will be able to rescue Rosa. My next stream is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. I do my Sunday night NES stream. We'll be playing Dragon Quest for the NES. At this point, we are still increasing our gold in that game and working forward. I haven't decided what the other two games that I'm going to play. I usually do Dragon Quest for about an hour, and then I play a couple of other games as well. We may play a little bit more of Adventures of Lolo. I had a great time with that last time. And I don't know, we might... I'll have to look through my library and see what else I can find. There's a lot of games for the NES that I've never played before, and so I kind of want to play something that I've never tried. I will play test it a little bit just to make sure it's a game that I can play with the epilepsy. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, next stream is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you have not, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. and hit that notify bell so that you get notified. Stone Homie says Star Tropics. I have not. Have I played Star Tropics? I feel like I have, because it's such a classic, but it's been so long I don't remember anything about it. So I might check that one out. Star Tropics is a good selection, so we'll see if we can add that to the list. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I had a great time today. Best stream that we've ever had. Cass says yes. I just got back. Are we ending? Yes, it is the end of the stream. I usually only stream for about 2 hours, and I've got some other things I need to get done today. I'm going to be working on some more blog posts for the blog. Ko-fi subscribers and supporters get early access to my blog posts, so there will be a couple of early access posts popping up on Ko-fi over the next couple days. There will not be a blog post on Monday, but we will resume on Wednesday. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, follow me on Blue Sky, check out the blog. There are links to those in the description of this video. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys, and have a wonderful and a safe new year if I don't talk to you before then. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.